Welcome, everybody, to the Huddle, KGUN9's weekly streaming sports talk show. I'm Jason Barr. We got a great show today, a couple of really interesting guests, joined, of course, by Pat Paris. Pat, good afternoon. How are you?
Good. It's going to be a great show, Jason.
All right, let's bring in our first guest. He is Arizona Bowl co-founder Ali Farhang. It has been a very exciting week for Ali and the Arizona Bowl because they've got a brand new sponsor, and that is Snoop Dogg. The Arizona Bowl is going to be the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, by Dre and Snoop. Ali, congratulations on securing a great sponsor following 3 years of Barstool. What does it mean to have Snoop Dogg as the sponsor of the Arizona Bowl?
Well, Jason, Pat, thanks for having me in the Huddle. Honored to be here with you guys, and congratulations to us. I mean, this is immense for our community. Snoop Dogg is maybe, with Morgan Freeman, one of the most likable entertainment figures that we have these days. And then from a pop culture standpoint, I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than Snoop Dogg. If this game were in Phoenix, in LA, in New York, or any so-called major market, nobody would blink an eye. But no, Snoop Dogg has associated his brand and Gin and Juice with Tucson, Arizona. So for me, the biggest thing is big things are possible in Tucson, Arizona. And, as long as we don't fall victim to status quo or, hey, we've never done that before, that can't be done.
Right.
Yeah, the sky's the limit for what can happen in this community. And to say I'm thrilled is an understatement, guys.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I can tell. And I think, and you should be, you're a Steelers fan, as we can see the chair that you're sitting on with the Steelers logo. We know how big a Steelers fan Snoop Dogg is. I'm just wondering how this all came together, and if you and Snoop are now bonding over this, or that'll be something you will bond over. But how did this all come together? It just seems unbelievable that it happened.
Yeah, the universe is undefeated, Pat. When we first started this game, I stood on a practice field at South Point Catholic with John Volpe, who went to training camp with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we secured the bowl game. And I said, John, hey, does Nova Home Loans want to be the title sponsor? And he said, cool, let's talk about it. And we really bonded over the Steelers. Now there's a feature story all over the place, really, but in ESPN. And what is Snoop Dogg wearing in that picture? They could have used any picture from Snoop. They showed him in a picture with a jersey of my favorite player, Mean Joe Green. So I will say this. I'm also a Lakers fan. We got that in common. All of Snoop's people say that we're going to be best friends, and I'm going to ensure that happens. So
you and Martha Stewart are going to be best friends with Snoop. How about that?
Exactly. Just kudos to the universe one more time. How this came to be is we got a relationship, a connection with Death Row Productions before the last bowl game with Wyoming and Toledo. And, we had the brilliant idea of inviting them. So one of Snoop Dogg's business partners is Master P. Master P and some other folks from Death Row came into town. We had them in a suite. We talked to them. If you notice, there was a bunch of Snoop Dogg cereals all over the place. And so the relationship started at the last bowl game. And when our agreement ended with Barstool and they decided they didn't want to move on any further, we had those conversations. And ultimately, 3 months ago, Snoop and Dr. Dre, they started or put their names to the Gin and Juice brand, and well-funded. Jimmy Iovine as a partner. I don't know if you guys know, Jimmy Iovine started Beats by Dre. And as far as music compilations, if you think of Stevie Nicks with Tom Petty or any two singers singing together, Jimmy Iovine invented that. So you got a music mogul who's really invested. And by the way, it was surreal being on a Zoom call with Jimmy Iovine asking me questions about the Arizona Bowl. I had to stop him and tell him, I can't wait to tell my brothers about this.
Ali, we've got a Huddle poll question we do each week. We're going to show that, and we'll bring you in on it too. This is one where our viewers vote each week, and this week it's Snoop Dogg is sponsoring the Arizona Bowl, and so viewers vote on one of the three. A, I'll buy his Gin and Juice. B, what happened to Barstool? And C, this is a big score for the bowl. I'm thinking you're voting C.
No brainer.
That's what I voted.
Yeah.
Look, multiple things can be true at once.
Yes.
But before we get back to Snoop, Barstool was a good sponsor for you, though. At 3 years, I know the first game I believe didn't it got either canceled or it didn't have fans. But I know when they came here, they put on an entertaining product, and they also gave back to the community. So they were a good sponsor for you. I believe just the contract just ran out. Is that what happened?
It just ran out. They went back through a change of ownership, where Dave Portnoy took the company back over. And I mean, talk about smart business guys. He $1 to buy his company back that he sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. Well done, Dave. They gave $1.25 million to local businesses affected by the pandemic. So if you think about the Arizona Bowl giving over $6 million back to local nonprofits, add on top of that through the Barstool Fund, they gave over $1 million back to businesses affected by COVID. So yeah, they were a good partner. We enjoyed working with them. I understand a lot of things went with our partnership with them, but some people didn't like. But I have nothing
Brand,
yeah,
Edgy Brand, a little bit of controversy.
I have nothing but kind things to say about Barstool and the people of Barstool. That being said, you know, if there was a way to one up that, I mean, and take the bowl game to the next level, with no disrespect. I mean, it's our now new partnership with Snoop Dogg and Gin and Juice.
Yeah, you mentioned giving back $6 million over the run of this bowl game. You're about to have your basically your 10th one, right? 2015 is when you started, so that's pretty impressive, Ali. Snoop said, "Bring the juice back to college football." Well, he's going to be in the announcing booth, right, doing color commentary. Tell me what he means by that.
He will. Bringing the juice back to college football, and everything he said in his announcement is basically bringing it back to what college football was really meant to be. Now, I'm all for players getting paid. I'm all for the freedom of movement, but this constant talk of realignment and NIL and transfer portal, it gets tiresome, right? I mean, the three of us have seen the Pac-12 conference evaporate before our faces, and who would have thought that would have ever happened? Snoop Dogg, his ethics, his values align perfectly with the Arizona Bowl. He wants to make this a community event. He wants to raise a lot of money for nonprofits. He wants to enjoy the pageantry of college athletics and focus on the players and the schools and the fans. So when he says bring the juice back, that's what we're talking about. Bringing back everything you might be nostalgic about that we once thought college football stood for.
Terrific. You know, a lot of people don't know, and last one for me, is that Snoop is a big football enthusiast. He's had a youth league in California going on 20 years and has three relationships with three University of Arizona football players. I don't know that a lot of people know that unless they follow it pretty closely, that he's got a pretty big into football. How much do you think that was part of his decision to want to sponsor a bowl game?
I think it was a big part of it. And like Pat said, yeah, Snoop and I definitely need to be best friends. Like, we both coach youth football. We both love football. We love the Steelers. We love the Lakers, and we love making our community a better place. So, like, when I say our values align, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I think it was a big deal. And, before the Arizona Bowl, we're working on the date, but we're going to have what's called the Snooper Bowl. And the Snooper Bowl will be one or two of Snoop's youth football teams, maybe a 9-year-old team, an 11-year-old team, and they will play, teams from Tucson, Phoenix, from Arizona. So yeah, Snooper Bowl, and then we're gonna do this the Snooper Drive, Snooper Sneaker Drive, basically shoes for underprivileged kids with disabilities. It's really near and dear to his heart. So there's going to be a lot around the game itself, as there is always with the Arizona Bowl, because it's not just about a football game. It's about so much more.
Yeah, exactly right. I think we have the results so far of the poll, right? Do we want to put those results of the polls up?
Early results. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Got the early results of the poll. There you go. Yeah, 72% saying the big score for the bowl game. This is a big score. And as a side note, people will probably be buying the gin and juice to try it out too. I think it's the 30th anniversary of that song, right?
It was his debut album 30 years ago, and the song Gin and Juice was on the Dog Pound.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, real quick before we let you go, Ali, this is also a big week for indoor football. This is a big rivalry week with the Rattlers coming to town on Saturday to face the Sugar Skulls, and you're obviously a part owner of the Sugar Skulls.
It is. It's going to be a big game. It's a huge rivalry. You know, Kevin Guy will be on the field. Kevin was on my radio show with Spears this morning, and I told Spears before he got on, I'm like, Kevin Guy is going to loophole this. His team is injured. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. We have no chance. He got on. That's exactly what he said. It's going to be a battle. I think Malik Mitchell, our star quarterback for the Sugar Skulls, is going to be back, which is going to make a huge difference. And, you know, hopefully we can pack the Tucson Convention Center. You know, these things matter in our community because, you know, people come and celebrate and engage together. And it's important to keep these things and make our city a thriving sports town because we are. I know everybody says we're a basketball town because U of A basketball, and I love U of A basketball, but man, that's not thinking broadly enough. Tucson is a sports town.
It is. It is.
Very good. Ali, remind people when and where they can hear you on the radio mornings.
Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson, 1490 AM, 94.9 HD channel 4. You can also get our podcast on Apple and Spotify. We do an overtime that's on YouTube where you can see our beautiful faces. I'm usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the show kind of sucks on Tuesday and Thursday. But don't tell Spears. Don't tell Spears I said that. But no, seriously, it's a great show. We have a great time. You guys have both been on it. I mean, we have fun talking about sports and just talking about our community.
Yep.
Ali Farhang, co-founder of the Arizona Bowl, which is now the Stoop Dog Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Stoop. Thanks so much for a few minutes here on the Huddle with me and Pat, and congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Gentlemen, thank you for having me.
All right. We'll see you. Thank you.
All right. That was Ali Farhang. Big week for him. Also a big week for pickleball people in Tucson. Right. And that brings us to our next guest. She is Carling Bassett-Seguso, a former women's professional tennis player, ranked 8th in the world at one point back in the 1980s, and now a pickleball enthusiast. And she is going to be in Tucson for the International Pickleball Championships coming up later this week. Carling, it's Jason and Pat in Tucson. Thanks so much for a few minutes. What is bringing you to Tucson, Arizona?
Oh, I am so excited. This is going to be such a fantastic event, and I look to the future too. A friend of mine, Lamine Bangora, contacted me, I don't know, about like 3 weeks ago, and you know, he was a former IMG like student, a little bit younger than me because I'm like the old lady. And I love, and I love what he was doing because he's always been involved in tennis and the intelligence and the excellent tennis, you know, academy there. And we've kind of touched base. He knows all my kids, and he invited me and invited my family, and I said, let's do it. And, you know, I'm like full on, you know, pickleball with my whole family. You know, it's been a game changer in my life, and I'm super excited. I've never been to Tucson. And so we've been talking daily, and we're just looking at the future of pickleball there also with tennis, because I'm a huge tennis advocate too, by the way. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm coming with my son Ridley and my daughter Teddy, and we're each all playing 5 events and a couple of friends. So it's going to be awesome. And I'm doing a clinic on Thursday from 6 to 9 o'clock at night, and with Ernie Garcia there. And so it's going to be great. Yeah.
Yeah, this all happening at Udall Park, by the way, on the east side here. We ordered up some decent weather for you. It's not going to be, you know, god awful hot anyway. It's only going to be around 88 to 90 degrees. So that'll be.
Well, don't worry about that. I run like 10 miles a day and that stuff a day anyway. So
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, and I'm so excited. Just I mean, you know what I love about this sport, I think it's so much about community and recreation, and it's getting everybody out. And I know that the pandemic's really kind of killed a lot of people in the essence of, you know, their lifestyles. And for me, it's the beauty about seeing this sport unite people more so than even just like playing it for me. I mean, you know, I have had like a pretty tough go the last 3 years, and it's just literally opened my whole life up again. And I can't say more about this sport. I don't even call it a sport anymore. I call it a lifestyle. And I think it's fantastic. And I think it's for everybody. And there's room for it. And I'm just excited to be part of it. And I'm excited that Lamine invited me, and I'm participating in it. And I hope to be involved with it in the future also.
Carling Bassett-Seguso joining us from Delray Beach, Florida, former world top 10, also a model. back in the 1980s.
God.
Well, you were originally from Canada. There's a picture of you
Mhm.
playing. When you look back at your career, I know it wasn't the longest career, but certainly some success and some grand slams. What are you most proud of?
You know what? I was riddled with addictions. That's what kind of like cursed me on ending my career so abruptly when my dad died, and then I was taken away from Nick. But you know what I'm most proud of is just being alive and like looking at life as a great gift. And I have to say that pickleball has brought a life. And you can ask my husband. He says I'm better now than I've been when he met me when I was 19. He said he's just letting me go to the moon with this because he's never seen me thrive because I've struggled, and I'm not going to lie, I've struggled with everything. And it's been the greatest universal transformation. I just heard your interview before, and I totally get this universal thing because everything's all energy related, and I feel that this has been my connection for myself personally.
You have a very interesting story, and certainly you've overcome addiction and bulimia, and you've overcome
No, many more,
yeah,
not just one. I've lived in extreme addiction since I was 7 years old, turning myself into a boy from trauma that I won't go into, but that I didn't even recognize until 3 years ago. And so I've always lived in high like octane stuff, and so it's been a real struggle for me. But I have the most amazing husband and family and friends and support system that have been really guiding me because I didn't have any rational thinking or behavior. And and I understand it so fully now. But the thing with the pickleball is it's brought so many people into my life that have struggled also or haven't. It's just, and you know what I love about it? It's unfiltered. Anything can go. And I went to the nationals in Naples last week with my daughter, and it was like Wimbledon 6 times over. I mean, paraplegics, meeting people that from 7 years old to 95 years old. And just, it's amazing. And that's what life should be about for everybody. And that's where the gift that I've gotten from it that has given me. And I'm not taking anything away from tennis because tennis was an amazing sport to me. I was pushed into it. So I didn't love it as much as I did pickleball, but I still love it. And it's a great sport. So there's room for everything.
Yeah, real quick, pickleball and tennis can still coexist, right? Because I know there's
Absolutely.
there's pushback both ways at this point because courts are being taken over, all that. But you're proof that it can both still go on together.
100%, and it should go along together. I mean, tennis is the most brutal sport in the world. I mean, pickleball's easy, okay, and that's what's so great about it. Everybody can do it. Tennis is like a full-on grind. I'm playing a tournament tomorrow morning for 4 hours, and I've had to practice the last 2 days, and it's like I can't even move right now. I mean, but so and it should exist together. All sports should exist for whatever you enjoy.
Last one for me. And so tell us what people can expect if they want to go out. Maybe they haven't signed up or they want to watch or want to
Well,
recommend.
sign up. I'll talk to I'm the biggest social like animal in the world because like I love people first of all. And I think everybody should give it a go. I'm bringing a girlfriend of my house, never never had a paddle in her hand. I'm making her play with my daughter in the 3.5. I said, don't even worry about it. You know what? The first pro tournament I played, and I went right into like the senior pro nationals. I didn't even know how to like do score. And can you imagine the lady across from me was helping me? That would never happen in any other sport.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I want to tell you a really quick funny story before we let you go. So I played competitive tennis as a junior, when I was really young, like more so 12. Okay. So I go to do a pickleball story, right? I go out to the pickleball court and my timing is so off because it's a wiffle ball, right?
Yeah.
So Carling, they hit me a lob. And I accidentally, because the timing was off, I accidentally swung and missed at the lob. Okay. I reached behind me and then between my legs, through my legs, hit a winner. And everybody thought that I was showing off and that I missed the overhead purposely. But I didn't miss the overhead purposely. I really missed the overhead because my timing was off. But because everything was felt like in slow motion, I just hit the winner through my legs and people thought I was showing off. So I don't know. I think it's a funny story. But
No, but you know what? That's the beauty about it. There's so much laughter.
Yeah.
because and there's so much aggression, and do you know how many like black eyes I've had, blood vessels broken, the whole, because I play very aggressive and I play with men all the time. I think it's hilarious. I mean, come right at me, you
Right.
know? It's
Right.
like a total aggression thing. It's fun. You know what it is? It's fun. I need fun in my life now. I'm like 57, like a gazillion kids, gazillion grandkids. And you know what? That's what life should be all about, is fun and good energy.
Yeah. Well, you certainly have a lot of energy, and you really, uplift us just by visiting, and we appreciate you coming on. That
Well,
was
you
terrific.
better come out and watch. I'll get
Oh,
We
you
I'll
will.
be
out there.
there. I'll be there on Friday.
I'm out there at 6 a.m. every morning. I grind all day.
Okay, I'm
Good
looking
for
forward
you.
to meeting you on Friday. I'll be out there on
For
Friday.
sure. I'll be
Carling
there.
Bassett-Seguso joining us from Delray Beach on the Huddle. She's going to be in Tucson later this week for the International Pickleball Championships brought on by USA Pickleball, the first inaugural in an event that might be bigger. We really appreciate you taking a few minutes.
Oh, thank you
joining
so
us
much
from
for
the
having
pickleball
me.
courts in South Florida.
Safe
And look forward
travels to
seeing you.
Tucson. We'll see you.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you in Tucson.
I'm still at the courts right now. I started in the morning and go all day in the dark, practicing serves, still here.
Good for you.
Terrific. Terrific.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so
Okay.
much for a few
Thank
minutes.
And
you.
thank you for having
Friday.
me. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Take
Okay.
care. Have a
All
great
right,
evening.
we got a
Bye-bye.
couple of interesting guests, Pat. We don't usually have two guests. You know, for you people that know, we don't have guests as much in the winter because we want to talk Arizona football and basketball and give some thoughts on the games and kind of go back and forth. But when it's a little bit out of season here, we like to have guests. Sometimes we have one. Today we had two, so that was kind of cool. Two different guests and
Yep.
and two very different topics about sports in Tucson here.
Well, and I love what she said about coexisting, because we know that there's some friction sometimes between the tennis purists who are seeing their courts being taken away and turned into pickleball. And then there's a pickleball people that just, it's growing so fast and they want more courts because they can't get on the courts. And so, but I think it can coexist, and she thinks so too.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to seeing the pickleball championships,
Yep.
and I'll keep my expectations low because it's just the first one, so I'm sure it's an event that's going to grow, but maybe it'll be
Well,
an
and come out
exciting
and
thing
meet
on
Carling.
Friday.
She's a very fascinating woman, and
Oh
see,
yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm definitely. I know there's a 73-year-old woman, Pat, who I've told is going to be competing against women half her age on Friday, so I know
the
we'll see
beauty of
that out
pickleball,
there.
right? It's the beauty of the sport.
That's right. That's right.
Especially doubles, because most of the great games you see are doubles, and then you don't have nearly as much court to cover.
Yeah. All right. Let's finish things off by pulling up our Huddle poll question of the week, which was Snoop Dogg is sponsoring the Arizona Bowl. Do you vote? I'll buy his gin and juice. What happened to Barstool? Or this is a big score for the Bowl. And at last check, C was kind of winning big.
There it
We
is.
got one or two
A little
votes
bit.
here. We got a few votes for what happened to Barstool.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, the 3-year contract ran out, and
Ran out.
I wonder if Barstool is having some of the issues that a lot of media companies are having right now with advertising and all that. So,
Well,
I know they did have some layoffs, but they were a great partner, Pat.
yeah, they
They did a
were.
great
And
job when they were here and gave a lot of back to the community. They were a great sponsor for the Arizona Bowl. In fact, it was pretty hard to go up from Barstool up, but the Arizona Bowl seemed
but
to
they
do it.
did, right? Right, they did. And I think as far as Barstool goes, companies reassess after those contracts come up, and maybe they didn't think they were getting quite the bang for the buck after, the first couple of years. There was a lot of buzz about it, and the last year maybe not as much. So maybe they just decided it was not really for them anymore. But I think, you see the stories, national stories were out yesterday as soon as the announcement came
Yeah.
with
It's on
Snoop Dogg.
ESPN.com on
Yeah,
the side
exactly. And I think
yeah.
I think they'll be following it, and I think I think it'll get a lot of publicity, and I think deservedly so.
All right, fantastic. This has been the Huddle, KGUT9's weekly streaming sports talk show, brought to you every week on Tuesday at 3 o'clock our time. For Pat Paris, I'm Jason Barr. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching live and on the OTT platforms, and we'll see you right back here next week.